All right. Well, it's time for us to get into the dailies. And with all that's happening on the, international space and everything else, we have a lot that's going on our local scene as well, as things are warming up nicely towards the elections. And joining me to help us go through the papers, looking all democratic. Yes, today she's looking all democratic. Yesterday she was looking more Republican. Today she's looking very democratic. Yes. Yeah. Vivian.
Yesterday I told you something. That America is not ready. It's not ready for a woman.
Hands
it's
down.
Not ready for all these
down.
things.
They are not.
And they have showed us that their mind is somewhere else, not where we think it is. I mean, as I was coming, the Electoral College, Trump has 244.
Yeah.
I mean,
246.
246.
Yes.
And he needs just 4 to win.
Yeah.
And he's about giving his victory speech.
Yeah.
So that's it. Kamala is out. Donald is in.
No matter how much we try to figure it out, it's their country. And it's their choice.
But why are we trying to figure it out?
No, because I feel like everybody feels like they own a part of America. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yeah, those of us who live in Africa especially, we almost feel as if we have rights.
I was telling you yesterday, all my black friends, relatives, whatever, were voting for Trump. It's just about 10% who said we're going to do Harris. And all of them had reasons why they wanted to give it Trump. If you look at the statistics, he's even done better than the last election. He's even done better against Biden, from the last election in key swing states and all that. So it says a lot about what everybody wants done. For the United States of America. People don't want to be taxed more. People say with women, abortion, all these, right to reproductive, whatever. But they have their own thoughts on how they want things done. So
it's fascinating. But again, from the Democratic corner of America, they feel as if this is going to set them back democratically.
Well, I think that the party...
H.H. Sikanku was also making such comments as well when he was with
I think the party has to really sit down and look at what Americans want and not think they know what Americans want. You may feel that the women want A, B, C, D. Even if you look at the minority groups, even against the Latino he spoke against, the numbers in some of the areas where it's highly concentrated with the Latinos, he did better there. So you may say something or throw something out there, but it may not necessarily
Do you think
the people.
Maybe what may be happening is this whole thing that it seems to be having sway in different parts of the world where people are maybe craving for a strong personality leader?
Well, it could be so, because Trump is seen in two ways. Some believe he's over-assertive and says things he shouldn't say. I was even listening to some, I think CNN or so, and they were saying the campaign manager at a point during the rallies had to stand at the edge of the days to ensure he doesn't go offline. And when he was going off, she could prompt him to stop. Meaning they know that sometimes his statements don't fit in. So they know they have a problem. But Donald has always been that kind of person who would say things off, throw things, and say it as it is that he feels is best. On the international scene, it will be interesting because he's always been on the opposite side. When everybody's towing a certain way, he will go, and he's gone to the likes of Korea and all that to speak to their leaders.
China,
something,
Korea,
that
Russia, he's
a
dealing with
typical
them,
United States
president
president wouldn't do.
Yeah.
He's done that because I feel that he believes all those people must be brought to the fray in terms of diplomacy and all that. And sometimes he has his reasons for doing that. He's very hardcore and off. But let's see
he's
how
unconventional, and I think that also attracts him to a lot of people,
to the young people and the typical American people who believe that they have to take back America and have it a certain way. The Democrats bring everybody together. They're typically very liberal. So that's why they're for the gay rights. That's why they're for the minority. They're seen as that. But the minority people and all these people who belong to certain areas also see certain things in Trump that they believe. And I was listening to one of these political analysts who was saying that he threatened to do a lot of things, but never did that against. For example, I'm going to build a wall to separate. He never did. It was never completed.
Well,
Mexico even didn't mind him. You know, there's certain, you know, statements.
Remember he said he will get the president of Mexico to pay for the wall.
Pay for. I mean, nobody took him, you know. So there's certain things he said, but really hasn't done anything about it. I'm not sure he can go and stop this gay thing where, immigration policy. I was trying to remember the other time whether during this period, immigration towards Africa and particular countries, even Ghana, there was a change. When was the stop in, you know, at the point you immediately you give birth in the States, your child, it was cancelled at the point. I was trying to remember, So that's one of the key things he changed. But hey, is what it is. So your next president for America is Donald Trump. It's what it is.
Anyway, what do we have in Ghana?
So back in Ghana.
Yes, back in Ghana.
We have our elections. We'll see whether you go for the green or for the blue.
For the blue,
But for now, we come to education, and I'll start with the Daily Graphic. The Graphic National Development Series. They say, reform education now, some Jonah pushes for skills-based learning. Rule of law must reign supreme. President Akufo-Addo charges public sector legal practitioners. And then give head teachers powers to improve education quality. This is Professor Eji. The back page of the paper, strategic documents on sickle cell vaccine policy launched. So that's from the Daily Graphic.
All right. The Daily Guide, on the other hand, says, AG targets new officers in regions. We have a Commandant Chief endorses Baumia. Roman father replaces Ekia Donko. Return to negotiation table is a Fair Wages and Salaries Commission tells clock sag. And we have MIIF leads mineral resource management. Those are Daily Guide's chosen headlines.
Okay, let me take you to the Herald. It says, drama in late Ekia Donko's party. Put EC in tight corner. NDC fears changes on 2024 presidential ballot paper. If, still with the Herald, Baumia extolled as compassionate and visionary leader, Commandant Aman Hene there. And then Avenue Markin pledges to make doctors, lawyers, engineers out of Ifutu's 1,662 BEC graduates. And then Speaker Bagbin breaks silence on Parliament deadlock today. We'll be carrying that live at 2, both on TV and radio. I wonder what he's coming to say. This is another interesting person as well. And then, still with the Herald, Akufo-Addo government hiding ongoing doomsday over $2 billion debt, says Mahama, cites Sanan Asokli shutdown. And then it has the highlights of the manifesto on fiscal policy. This is the Herald by our very good friend Larry Lance. Oh, do you know yesterday was Elvis's birthday?
Yeah, we actually.
Okay, I didn't hear it. So,
no, we did.
Okay, and from me to him, related happy birthday.
Yeah. So talking about Elvis, the News Center newspaper starts with a headline that is, I think it's something that the Presecans should, take note of, because I think people have been saying that when it was their turn, they flexed and they showed that they too didn't.
Yeah.
But then when it is Infantry boys won, we haven't seen anything.
But the Boche boys, they should flex and do it so that we join in.
So now Moba Ebusiapenyi donates 111,100 Ghana cedis to NSMQ winning team. Yeah, we are showing the flex.
But how much did Presec give at the time?
No, I see this is from the Ebusiapenyi.
I'm just asking that.
It's just from the Ebusiapenyi. The rest of the squad haven't come to do their own yet.
Hurry up. That's how you do it. If you want everybody to help be part of the thing, do it well, and let's also
stylishly.
So that we can join it.
Right.
Anyway, let me keep quiet too. This old school people.
Good for you. All right, so 170,830 health workers recruited between 2017 and 2023, but backlog remains. GIF and Achag begin 3-day protest against shipping lines, And we have Akumadan to get tomato processing factory. This is a promise coming from Dr. Baumia. And Kodeo reports low voter education and campaign visibility. That's what we have for you.
Let me take you to the Chronicle. A very sad one. Rwandans scammed out of 56.8 million cedis by Ghanaian miner and accomplices in an alleged fraudulent gold deal. 56.8 million Ghana cedis. Gold deal gone bad.
Wow.
Yeah, still.
That's about $4 million.
Charlie, that's a lot of money.
Between $3 to
I'll
$4
give
million.
you details on how it was scammed.
Okay.
But they also have the U.S. election thing. They say U.S. election, Harris, Trump, set on tenterhooks. Now we know it's gotten off the hooks and is fine. And then, Dami, I have saved billions of dollars for Ghana. So this is from the Chronicle.
Okay. The custodian says, Tampuli predicts one-touch victory for MPP. We have MIIF changes narrative on Ghana's mineral resources. We also have here protect judiciary from illegal pressures. This is the Attorney General to the Ghana Bar Association. Labadi Beach Hotel pays 16.5 million Ghana cedi dividends to SNIT. This story came yesterday. I think you read it. And Razak Apoko answers Mohammed's 5 questions. Okay. But they were not addressed to him, so why is he the one answering? Anyway, he has answered them.
As he given the answers that I expected. Republic Press, GFP in turmoil as attempts to replace Ikea Donko divides party. And then also CLOSAC to embark on nationwide strike November 7th. So the GFP doing their own thing yesterday, behaving like typical politicians. This one is throwing their thing in the system. That one too is throwing. See who has it. Anyway, so that's from me from the Republic.
Okay. I have the Ghanaian publisher next. And the Ghanaian publisher says, Tampoli predicts one-touch victory for Baumia. Dr. Nick Danso makes it 3 entrepreneur wins in a row. Okay. Friday, 8th November, not a holiday. Interior Minister has burst the bubble for a lot of people who were hoping that
I don't see why they didn't make it a holiday. So I'm told the original holiday will be maintained.
Yes.
A day before. So it's falling on the day before election day, right?
Yes. So it's 6th of...
so there's a holiday, then the next day we go and vote. Should not vote our party. People oversleep by the time they wake up the election. Election will be over.
That's the thing, you see. We should go from work
lazy to go
and vote the next day.
We are going to
go on holiday to go and vote. Well, anyway, we'll see. Wisconsin University grabs cybersecurity award. Those are the headlines from the Ghanaian publisher.
So from the Ghanaian publisher, quickly, I'll take you to the new publisher.
Okay.
They say 31 days to elections, it don't cause party split to withdraw or to contest. I think they've come out to say that they're still going. They've submitted the nomination for Philip Apia Kubi, a.k.a. Roman father. And then November 8th, like you read, is not a public holiday. And then finally from the paper, police insist Salifo Amwako's son is in custody at Osu. You know, the reports that he's out and all that is somewhere at Osu somewhere, whatever. Okay, so that's it.
All right. But custody means what?
Well, he's with the police.
Yes, so the police are holding him.
Yeah.
It could be. I mean, maybe people are
I think they said
worried
he was
that he's not
children's home
in
or
Counterback or something.
Yeah. Is it also children? I forgot somewhere. I don't want to mislead.
Whatever it is.
But it wasn't
in
the police custody, but in another place.
All right. The Inquisitor, it says here, this year's Farmers' Day, farmers angry as event is set for Alisa Hotel. Wow.
The national one?
Apparently, I mean, that's what it seems to be saying. Farmers are angry.
That is at Alisa.
Yes.
But they now have a dome and all that.
Poor.
Maybe they'll open it.
But I would like to read the details later.
Because
I don't
they want it at a bigger place or, So let's just go with the details.
We'll read the story. Okay, Emmanuel Market pledges to support each BECE graduate in a photo with 1,000 Ghana cedis. We have Takwa and Soyem MCE sets record straight on killing at Nuong Forest. Baumia was right in picking Napo as running mate, Drobo Hine. And we have NHIA to check illegal claims with e-pharmacy. This story came yesterday as well. All right, that's the
Okay. I'll take it off from the farmers thing.
Okay.
This is the informer. They say lack of funds rocks Farmers Day.
Okay.
Regional coordinating councils bear awardees' expenses.
Okay.
Still with the informer, Baumia unveils 12 bold policies towards improved education sector. And then Napo Blambast NDC over inauguration of Vigilante Group on Peace Day. So that's for me.
Inauguration of Vigilante Group.
Yeah.
Okay.
On Peace Day.
Is it not? Okay, anyway, let me not. It's okay. The Daily Searchlight says here, and that's my final paper, Bagbin erred by declaring seats vacant. Efat is also weighing in that conversation. God will favor you for your good works. Na nyangpala na blesses Alan K. Okay, we have Wisconsin again picking up the cybersecurity award, and the final one here is 2024 elections. Imani shreds NDC and MPP manifestos as vague, and we know you carried that yesterday.
Yeah.
The NDC, no, MPP has about 350 something promises, or is that rather Movement for Change? Because NDC has the most. NDC has 850 something promises.
Followed by Movement for Change.
Followed by the Movement for Change.
The MPP.
And then I think it's MPP. And then
MPP,
Movement for
before
Change.
Movement
Yeah,
for Change.
you know. So, but each of them, the challenge is the vagueness of a lot of the promises.
And the ways to implement, because most have to do with monetary, you know, and for example, if you look at education.
Yeah.
Whether it's the support of first-year students, whether for PWDs or increasing enrollment for free SHS and all that, how are we going to get the funds, and how can we maintain the funding stream that we are putting on? So I think those are the details we are all looking for.
Yeah. Let me just give us a few headlines from citynewsroom.com. Election 2024, EC recruits over 200 professionals to help collate results. We also have here, U.S. election, Trump leads in key swing states in bid to retake White House. And don't deploy masked men to polling stations, Spielgabra tells IGP. And one final one here, Ghana detects 34,000 new HIV infections within 9 months.
34,000?
34,000. Oh. Yeah, within 9 months of 2024, okay? And this is a very troubling development, considering that, you know, the general feeling is that, oh, HIV, DSSA there is not a problem among us.
Yeah, it got to a point where we're doing well with the numbers, but I think people are going back to unprotected.
Because, Vivian, we are also not talking about it as we used to. Yeah. Back in the day, the campaigns, there were TV ads.
We've dropped the ball.
We've dropped the ball.
That's it. That's it. Because, like you're saying, we used to be big on protection.
There were billboards, there were the ABCs, it was on TV, it was on billboards, it was on radio, there were conversations.
That's true.
You know, all the, so I'm not surprised. That
so whoever is in charge has to go back to the drawing board and increase the levels of awareness again for all, right from the age where people become sexually active. All through,
but you know, funding has always been a challenge for the Ghana AIDS Commission.
That's true.
You know,
That's
funding
true.
has always been a
challenge. At the point they were doing good, funding was...
Yeah. Well, I mean, it had improved back then, you know, because UNAIDS was also involved at that point. I don't know if UNAIDS is still involved.
I'm sure they are.
But yeah.
So in our own small way, we also have to start talking about it and pushing. Because 38,000 in less than a year.
It's crazy.
38,000.
It's crazy.
That's
and these are the ones that are recorded, though.
How many people can the Osu Stadium
Yeah, about 35,000.
Yeah, that's a full stadium packed of people who
all
got
of them
infected
have
with
infected,
AIDS
yes,
within this year. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how
That's
serious
what
it
it
is.
means.
A whole stadium.
That's what it means.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. So
I can see.
yeah. You want to give us?
You're shaking with that. Let me take you. I want you to give me more details on the Alisa one. So I'll start with the lack of funds for the pharmacy.
Yes.
Then we'll talk about why they have a problem with the Alisa one. So this is from the Informer, and it says inadequacy of funds has rocked this year's 40th National Farmers' Day celebrations, forcing government to depart from the traditional celebrations that saw the regions and districts having their peculiar arrangements to mark the day. From all indications, this year's elections have taken a heavy toll on the national purse, necessitating the departure from the usual Farmers' Day celebrations. A letter emanating from the Ministry of Agric, signed by Acting Chief Director Paul Siame, has pointedly confirmed the lack of funds factor, which has the potential to inconvenience the awardees. Per the letter, a directive has been issued to all regional coordinating councils to bear all expenses relating to the celebration, which is billed to take place at the Alisa Hotel, Northridge, in Accra on Friday, November 8th.
Okay. All right. Before we do that, I don't know if you want to. Trump has begun to speak.
Yeah, no, we should pick that.
Yeah, so if we can take
the victory speech.
Take a listen to that.
It's going to be an interesting speech that he's going to give. I mean, the supporters are already jubilating, excited about.
The camp is very, very.
Charlie, when you are in the camp of the winning camp, it's always.
Are we going to take a look at that? Can we take a look at that? All right, so there you have it, victory speech.
You see Trump?
I see Trump.
But I like his call for putting, divisions behind forging together. That's a huge departure from his usual type
from his usual rhetoric, yes.
So I think there's a slight change. We hope it's kept. So he's saying that he was able to bring everybody together, whether it was a Muslim, African, Asian, Latino, American, together to vote, and the divisions must end, and they have to forge together and go. And the very interesting takeaway, highlight of the speech was the fact that God spared his life for a reason, so that he becomes re-elected again as president.
Promises made, promises kept.
Yeah, so we'll see which of his policies and whatever
he will actually, keep. Yes.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you too. I'll see you later.
All right. Okay.